engaging youth initiative, it helps you to get involved in the government, to learn about the government in this area, and get involved and just basically learn everything, sit in on some stuff, and you'll do most of it on computer. It's very easy. Most of the work is pretty much done for you. It just engages you and lets you learn. Yeah, it teaches you laws and everything like that. Oh, you change laws. Yeah, you have a voice.
You have a voice in the community.
Yes, you have a voice.
Everyone has a voice in the world.
No, I know, but this...
No, like you actually have a heard voice.
You have a heard voice.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yo,
This helps you. I think, Missy, you wanted to get involved, right?
I did.
Didn't you? When I talked to you about it?
Because we need at least 5.
I'll do
We'll
it.
take 100.
I'll do it.
I
We
guess.
need at least 5.
I'll do it, I guess. I don't care.
Okay.
I'll do it.
So all you have to do is, we have some things, some information right here.
And we have community service hours.
And basically, you're going to be talking to Michael Shannon and him about it. That he's going to get you in touch with Michael Shannon.
Mike knows more.
So over the past few weeks, we're talking about Jesus being center of our life, how to make Jesus center of our life, how to preach to others, showing Jesus as the center of our life. Now, sharing Jesus is going to be, sharing the good news with others is your first call. Your second call is to teach and encourage others to share the good news as well. See, Jesus encouraged others to share. So, John 4, 27 through 35, Jesus approached this woman at the well and began telling her the good news, and then she figured out that he was the good news. And then he basically told her that she would be forgiven of her sins. Okay? He shared of himself in that way. Surprised to find him talking with a woman, but no one asked, "What do you want?" or "Why are you talking with her?" Then leaving her water jar, the woman went back to the town and said to the people, "Come and see a man who told me everything I ever did. Could this be the Christ?" In case you didn't figure out, this is the continuation. Dylan's probably lost. This is about the woman at the well. Okay, they came out of the town and made their way toward him. But he said to them, "I have food to eat that you know nothing about." Then his disciples said to each other, "Could someone have brought him food?" My food, said Jesus, "is to do the will of him who sent me and to finish his work. Do you not say 4 months more and then the harvest? I tell you, open your eyes and look at the fields. They are ripe for harvest." What Jesus was talking about was the field of people. It was ripe for harvesting people, to get them to know the good news of Jesus Christ. The reason that we as Christians need to be trained, first of all, we don't know how to do it. Number one, we don't Jesus is not going to fish for us. Is he? He's not going to do it for us. He's not going to do it while we sit back and...
He ain't fishing for us.
Yeah.
No.
See, if you listen to the statement, "Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day," if you teach a man to fish and he'll eat for a lifetime. See, we need to teach other people. We need to share with other people. We need to share going out and showing people about action from winning other people to God. This is what he lived on. It is what he thrived for. It's what he lived for. If you look at Luke 19:10, the man came to seek to save what was lost. So, he came to seek after... It's all fine and good. Christian music is all fine and good. But if it just played to us... If it just played to us, what good is it going to do? We're already won for Christ. We need to get out there. If we speak the word just to ourselves, it's not going to do any good.
It's where your heart's at.
It's where your heart is. You've got to go out. That's what we were created to be, is to be the bringers of the word, of the truth. It does no good just being spoken to ourselves. We need to speak it to people who are lost, and that's what his heart beats. God's heart beats for the lost, just like he beat for you when you were lost. Okay? How would the story have ended differently if Jesus had simply thought about eating lunch? Seriously, how would it have ended?
He wouldn't have gotten famous if he...
He would be in the wrong place.
He would be Quiznos, seriously.
Oh, I know, but seriously, if he was thinking about his stomach, how would it go differently?
He would have ate Quiznos.
Would have ate a Quiznos.
He wouldn't have had an impact like you did.
Yeah, he wouldn't have had an impact. Why do you think Jesus received such a deep satisfaction from talking to the woman? I feel like you've done a good thing. It does the heart. See, doing good things does the heart good.
Nobody
There's
else
a reason.
wanted to talk to her.
Nobody else wanted to talk to her.
We're more so like when you stand out and you do it. She smells it. It's really good.
And you know, we call it building treasures in heaven. I mean, we're not only we're building treasures in our heart too, and helping our heart to be better that way, and helping basically to balance the scales a little bit.
He did it to prove a point around everybody else and her.
Yep, exactly. He did it to prove a point, and that helped a lot. After Jesus shared the good news with the woman, what did she do?
She shared it?
She shared it. Yep, she went back and told other people. So when the good news is shared with us, what are we supposed to do? Once again,
Share!
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 I can't think of a Backyard Again song for that one, share. But
Oh,
people about Jesus.
The evangelism linebacker won't tackle you.
There you go. Well, an evangelism linebacker will not tackle you.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was tackling everybody else.
Oh, is that what that was?
Got me upset.
That's a weird form of tackling, buddy.
With the couch.
So, how would your school be different?
oh, not cuss? No one would cuss, right?
Be like,
True that. What do you call it?
be a bit less gay than it already is.
Yeah. When it come up to
Fresh and colloquial.
Everybody would be nice and
What kind
nice.
of satisfaction? What kind of satisfaction? What kind of satisfaction do you think you'll get from sharing the good news?
They'll be like, you'll feel good in your heart because you know you did something. You tried.
Try. See, that's another good point.
All that matters is
You
if
may
you
not be
tried.
successful, but you tried and you planted a seed. We are seed planters. There's going to be somebody who's also a waterer. There's going to be somebody who harvests. Sometimes we'll do all of those things. Just remember, that it's not necessarily our job to soften the ground in which that seed goes in. That's God's job. Because a hard heart will not listen. So don't keep trying and trying and trying. Like Luke's situation with his friend, like we talked about that last week. You know, he's an atheist.
Oh, right.
And no matter what, every time Luke talks to him, he circles right back to the same argument and just keeps going in circles. It's because the ground there, the ground of his heart is not ready for seed. It hasn't been softened yet. It's time. God's timing will come about. We gotta wait for God's timing.
Gotta soften my dough.
Because he knows he's right. Also, could be that.
Yeah. Well, he thinks he's right.
God will, when you're speaking the words that Christ puts into your mouth and in your heart, God will convict that person, whether they believe in Him or
It
not.
doesn't mean you don't speak it.
Right,
Victim of murder.
everybody's looking for something. So even if they say they're atheists, they're still believing in themselves. They're still believing in their own self as a God, so to speak, because they do what they want to do. So even if you plant seeds at times and it seems like those people aren't listening and those people aren't doing what they're supposed to do, they're also responsible, just like me and Stevie. We can plant seeds all day in here, but if you guys don't go home and water your seeds by getting into the living, the Word,
Yep.
you know what I mean? You have,
Won't
there's
grow.
a part that you have to do, just like Jesus. He came and did it already, but if you're not going to walk in it, you know, he's already done it. It's already done.
See, God constantly plants in us and others plant in us as well. We need to water that.
People want to do what they want to do. Underlying condition. You know, you can't force them to do anything.
Exactly.
But if it contradicts their lifestyle, then they throw up a wall. Because they want to keep doing what they have been doing for so long. They're conservative. You know, they're open-minded to a certain degree, but when you threaten their way of life, they throw up a wall.
Yep. That's why Jesus said that He's come and He'll separate, you know, brothers, sisters, mothers, daughters, fathers, sons. It's because that will happen.
But a lot of times, people that have those hard hearts and persecuted Him and called Him names and did things, but the majority loved Jesus and wanted to be around Him constantly. So there are some things that you're going to have to examine yourself and change things that you're doing.
People just don't realize that there's minimal change in their life.
Exactly.
Very minimal. Nothing big.
Yeah.
That's it.
They only find that out when they hit that path, and they're like, whoa, wait a minute.
Because you can do the same things.
Because that first step, there's a huge, I don't know if any of you ever realized, like, some of us who have had glasses, when you first get glasses the first time,
You feel like the ground is up
really
here.
far away, but they're actually not. It seems like it's like, but it's like, whoop, oh, that wasn't that much. You know, it's really easy. How can you encourage each other or other Christian friends to share Jesus with others?
They don't.
It always comes back